everybody, and welcome to another episode of Curse of Mud and Misery. Tonight, by now, I would have said hello to Sir Asphodel, our Dragonborn Paladin, played by Aeronox, but because Aeronox had a change in her schedule, she cannot play with us any longer, and for now, I am NPCing our resident Dragonborn. Okay, what happened last time, gang?
Well, I wrote to the back of the thingy,
Yes.
so
Someone
else
else
can read
should.
it.
After the disaster of last week, I'm not doing it.
Right. Julie, you want to do it?
Sure.
Take it away.
So, we were still in Arkenvost Hole. Kind of like had another run-in with a lizard, which probably, which we eventually decide to kind of experiment with, give it like the magical torch, and I think it's broken now.
It's absorbed.
Yeah.
Soul power within was slurped.
My torch.
You torch.
We do explore a bit more. Apparently, Nyx wants to commit bat genocide.
For good reason.
Hamartia picked up not a full sewing kit, but parts of it.
Indeed.
There was obviously some talk between Nyx and I think at some point there was also a whole discussion about what gentlemanly means.
That was way early right at the start.
Yeah.
Get in the fucking corridor, man!
What does gentlemanly mean? Please get in the corridor.
Asphodel does learn that the coal lizards seem kinda dead, but not really.
Not all the way dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a very faint and confusing aura. A little bit of it
Yes,
wasn't dead.
which we continue on after that coal lizard, and I quote, evolves into a dog-sized flame wormling. Hamartia is warned about, that's where the bad thing happens. Hamartia is warned about consuming any sausage made by Asphodel.
Mm. Mhm.
And
I like the moment where she said, "Yeah, naturally I made sausage out of my friend Dave." Before Harvard knew that Dave was a horse.
Yeah, Amadio was a bit taken back.
Hamartia does spy a little bit on two Dragonborn that seem to be praying.
Mhm.
Then goes back inside, but doesn't really get much in terms of information, and we decide to just leave them be. So we continue on, and there we find a dragon ghost. Ghost dragon? I don't know. And Nyx is like, why aren't you all freaking out?
Yeah, which I still don't understand why you weren't, but
I think we already established that Illyria is sort of like that internally screaming.
yeah, you're just built different.
Yeah. Either that or Barovia just has that effect on people,
Alright, you're
All
just
them
done.
do be like that.
where it's just like, Ghost Dragon? This is fine.
Seriously?
That's fine.
Oh man, I can't believe we did a ghost dragon now. Fuck.
So we follow the Ghost Dragon's invitation, who is quite happy to be able to converse with somebody, and talks about the downfall of his order and what he swore to protect, which is presumably the temple and whatever lies within, as even a creature like him was tempted by it, and I don't know, weaker creatures wouldn't be able to not fall for it.
Yes.
And
Might be a little
after
bit
that information, we do learn
delirious, yeah.
about his beacon?
Yeah, he's speaking.
Yeah, his beacon of light.
It's bacon.
Bacon, like man.
Which was a sort of like a symbol of hope that has now long since faded, which we made another one of our goals to maybe find a way to restore it. We also learned about a sword specifically made to deal with Strahd. They were fighting since Strahd didn't really like being told no.
I guess the simplification,
there was no
but
safe
sure.
word. No safe word is established.
As a simplification, but sure.
Is it now?
Not what Nick said, but I mean Adrian said, but what Julie said. Yeah.
We broke.
I mean, it was his domain, his capital was supposed to be here, he wasn't allowed, as his ruler, to go to a specific place, and he was like, nah, I go wherever I want to, snaps his fingers.
Yeah, basically. I don't see the difference here.
Yeah, that's why I said you were mostly right.
He lost the fight.
The dragon did.
Yeah, the dragon.
Yeah, the dragon did, not Strahd. Otherwise we probably wouldn't be here.
Very different campaign.
Yeah. So we also learned a little bit more about Empress Shay. And who was, as far as like empresses go, pretty benevolent.
Pretty chill.
Yeah.
I got the impression she was more neutral because it was like, it wasn't her mission objective to like fight with Strahd immediately. Argynvost had to approach her to like
fight, but
yeah. Eventually they were on the same side, but it wasn't like it was
I
her
think I
idea.
heard at some point, or maybe in the lore earlier, that she's, as far as like
Yeah.
empires go, it was pretty chill.
In the introduction text, she was definitely
Yeah.
more chill than some empires, and therefore most people were like, it could be worse, then kind of accepted the whole thing. But it was Argynvost made an alliance with Empress Shay to have his fortress there, and they kind of left each other alone. And then Empress Shay asked Argynvost to help her in the war, and Argynvost said no.
Which he refused.
Fair enough.
So, we then ask some more questions. We do learn that if anybody like has this sword, it's probably either Gwillem or his second in command, I think Hornguard.
Yes.
And his lover, if I remember correctly, or his second in command.
His
Or
lover,
both?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Mr. Nod name. Forgot.
Sir Gwillem, the quarter.
William, yeah. I
And-
need to remember names better.
We do ask some more questions. We ask about the vestiges. We get some information and confirmation about the locations of said vestiges.
We do.
And I think that's sort of where we left off after we were like, yeah, time to talk to some undead, I guess. Also, Argynvost will be leaving basically since he can't feel himself being corrupted, so he will only be around till morning.
Yeah.
He only has enough power or energy.
Yeah.
Indeed. Very nice. Thank you so much, Julie.
Nice.
I feel like it was terrible.
No, that was lovely! Shush.
Accept our praise, damn it.
How dare you speak against us? Alright, let's return to where we were and set the mood. Let's go back here. Wait, is the background ambience on? Yeah, okay, yeah, it's on. Just a little bit silent. There we go. Did you cross ghostly form of Argynvost the Valorous explodes in a shower of snowflakes, carried on a gust of cold and fresh wind. Despite his current predicament, the snow is very much real, melting slowly on the carpet and the stone floor, and more rapidly so on your exposed flesh that you use to shield your face and your eyes against it. When your pounding hearts relents and reverence fades, you turn to each other and express that you have much to do, but you also revel in the fact you have met a powerful ally. The question is if he would be able to do much in his current state. It is undeniable, however, that the knowledge he just bestowed upon you might just be the greatest of gifts. After his disappearance, your eyes focus on the dreary state of the room around you, in stark contrast to the radiant form of the dragon. It is quiet, once more, and rather cold, despite the fireplace close at hand. What will you do next?
Well, we have some objectives to take, and time is ticking.
Well, then, what are we waiting for? We know we have Gwilym right over there.
On God, Gwilym. Hopefully there's no lovers spat. But, you know, it's not the first time that I've dealt with level spats. I just happen to be one of the two sides. But if they hold the Sword of Sunlight, Illyria, this would be a tremendous tool against Strahd.
The Sword of Sunlight.
Sword of Sunlight. That's what Argynvost said.
Okay. I'll pretend that I know what he was talking about.
It was an artifact. An artifact that is likely to put an end to the reign of Strahd.
Oh, just like that, you swing it around and Strahd is dead and everyone is happy.
No, but
I don't know. I've never seen the sword.
Makes for a useful tool in the fight that is to come.
Right. Maybe some radiant energies through it. That is...
I see. Okay.
Indeed. But we have limited time, limited resources. We can't dilly-dally. We have to first find these henchmen, these lieutenants, make them understand what our mission objective is by using the words that Argynvost told us about, the Order of the Sylvan Dragon. And if we can resolve that quickly, to head towards the tower and see what we can do there. Maybe rekindle the beacon or something like that, and restore him to his former glory. And then we will have a true ally.
You know what? From coming here worrying about that we will have literally an army of undead on our tail, this is now starting to look up a bit. Who would have thought?
As for that, please don't
Why
say
did you have to say it already?
Still end up with
I don't
an army
understand.
of undead on our tail.
Saul is currently taking undead people watch to make sure that none of them succeed in beating long hair person's Azov. So if anything should happen to long hair person, Saul will tell us, because he's a good little creature.
Whee!
I'd give him thumbs up on the back.
Then we will do our best to do our part, whilst we still can. I know you can't almost determine where things are, but I think Argynvost said he's just on the other side here. He points towards the bookcase beyond, a bit this way.
Yes.
I think somewhere that way, in an office or something like that.
Well, we better get going then. Do you want to take this or Asphodel?
Part of me feels that Asphodel is the real guest. What with being some member of an order of Argent Purifiers / Silver Dragons.
Maybe.
So,
But last time this long-haired dude tracked me down. He sounded rather angry about my, in his words, false necklace of the order. He called me a false knight.
Uh-oh.
Seems a bit petty if you ask me.
Well, it kind of falls in line with what we expect. It's honor, even in dying. Whatever is reanimating them, honor remains true.
It seems like it for them.
And I can try and take this. I will do my best to demonstrate that we are in alignment. However, we do know that the undead are yea Strad, and we are no.
May I consider another conjecture next? So maybe they do believe that they are still honorable in some capacity, but what if that sense of honor was twisted by someone or something, corrupted by it, and now it's a false notion? Maybe there is a code of honor not similar to what our convention of honor means.
That is possible. Based on what you said regarding those dragonborn that were praying in a chapel that was symbolizing the Morning Lord, I can't really put the two together. Maybe there is some conflicting entities, corruption of the original light, but we can't know without moving, and we will have to do our best.
Did say that something seems to be corrupting him as well. I mean, it could just be the land, but...
No, I think you would probably have to be a little bit more involved to keep such a powerful entity at bay. We had to discover, by chance, this and power this little coal lizard into a massive ghost dragon, which I'm still trying to get my head around. But without us having some direct involvement, this dragon would be doomed to be a tiny lizard for the remainder of their days.
That's why there has to be something that is...
I agree. There's something here, not the whole land. Maybe both.
Lyra just kind of nods.
I'm
But-
curious to hear what this Sir Gwillem has to say. And in worst case scenario, perhaps I could dangle my necklace or their necklaces in front of their face and cause a distraction as you step out of their immediate attention.
Perhaps. Or perhaps you fake pledge allegiance and become part of their allies. It means swallowing your pride, as for that, but I think for what is at stake, a little bit of humiliation versus ending the blight on Barovia is a little bit outweighed.
I am very disappointed. You know very well that foolish ideals such as honor and pride is not something I hold dear. I merely wish to protect those that I love.
I know that, Asada. I didn't mean to question that. Here you might have to put on a facade.
I might not be the best, but I will certainly try.
Maybe just contribute.
Mm.
You know, don't demonstrate that you're against the idea if I propose something, because I'm gonna have to wing the shit out of this.
Okay, fine. I will try to get with it. As they
Right.
say.
Well, the last time I winged something, it was Illyria and I was pretending to be her servant, and that didn't go over all too well because you need to commit to the role, Asuda. And he gives her a side eye to Illyria.
It's hard for me to be anything other than what I am, but as I said, I will try.
Then, let's go.
Oh, this is going to go so wrong. Let's go.
I'm sure things are going to be fine.
That's the spirit.
Optimism. I like it.
Oh yeah, as Lyria is still probably quite exhausted looking.
Are you visibly exhausted, or you're just like sleepy?
Illyria does seem a lot more obviously tired and like off than usual.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a little bit sweat on her brow, and she seems a little bit out of breath.
Take note of it, but at the same time, it's like we've got pressure, time pressures. It's like
Yeah,
So like Illyria is also like powering through, but she's definitely not 100%.
100%. Yeah.
This is a window, right? Is there like a door here?
I think there is, but you can't see it because of like dynamic lighting and shit.
Well, it's not. It looks like a wall, but make me a perception intelligence.
Oh, it's just going on the shape of the house, so it's just like, wait, wouldn't there be a door here? But perception intelligence, it
Yes,
will happen,
please.
GM.
Thank you.
Ooh.
It's a wall. It's confusing. You thought it would be a door here, but it's a wall.
But, is there a door through the other place, Samati? I'm getting a little turned around.
Let me check. I thought I've heard him saying there is a door here. And then I'm going to try and like feel anything unusual about the wall, and like carry it around, seeing if there's like a nudge or maybe something getting pushed in. Knock on the door or knock on the wall a little bit. See if there is like a hollow opening or something.
Yeah, you walk along the wall and like knock on it, and it sounds rather solid, like stone, stone, stone. And then your hand just goes through the darkness into a void beyond, and you stumble a little bit.
Ah, son of a hag! I found something.
You found a door?
I think so.
Well, good job. You did the thing I asked.
Oh, thank you, Nick. Did you just fake me? Never mind, later. Okay.
Sorry.
As for that, would you do the honors? I'm kind of scrawny.
Well, yes, sure. And still having her halberd, kind of like using it as a walking stick, she moves in. Ah, well, that's interesting. A ruined closet.
Can I enter?
Yeah. After Nyx, it's hello. Are we here?
Shit! I can't see shit.
Yeah, because you don't have dark vision.
Nick saw this already. It's like, oh, okay.
Can I use a torch, please?
Do you have a torch?
I think I have a torch. It would be pretty. Maybe. Let me.
Do you have a torch on your character sheet?
Wait,
I'm checking. Continue. Meanwhile, I don't want to hold you back.
So this is a little bit of a cramped, ransacked closet, I guess. But no doors? I look around for doors.
Perception, intelligence as well. This time.
Yeah.
So look around.
We're here for doors. We need the doors.
I'm here to take doors and shoot doors.
Okay, you look around.
do you have a torch? Otherwise, Lyra's gonna hand you one.
Let me check.
And Nixie cannot find the door, and then Asphoda says, if I do remember when we walked down the hallway, this was the second door to our left. We could just go back and try that door that was immediately in our path.
Sure. It's just in a fortress, a castle. There'll be more doors. It's just wait, and like he's gonna measure with steps here, like several steps here, and then he's gonna like go outside and he's gonna measure with steps here
I light up a torch what I have, by the way.
Look, whilst I can't see any or define any discernible doors, it just the space doesn't make sense. Like there must be something on the other side, but I can't for the life of me find out how to get through. Why would there just be a void in a castle?
Well, maybe we're missing something.
Maybe you take a look. I don't know. It just feels very strange to me to just have a.
Try to have a look around. Can Illyria try to have a look?
Yeah, sure. Where do you want to go and have a look? How do you put it on light, Hamartia? How do you create a fire?
She pulls out a torch and uses her knife to as a flint, and she just.
That's easier said than done. Make me a survival cunning.
Burn the whole place down.
Oh no. I mean, I just had the torch. I didn't know we need to do something. Okay. Yeah.
Light it. Light it.
Light everything on fire like I did Calvin. What?
Oh no.
Survival cunning, we said?
Yeah, survival cunning.
Uh, 16.
Okay. Just a few tries and then eventually you get it going. What is the radius of that? It's like 4, right?
I don't know, it says torch.
Well, do I have to do all the work around here? Huh?
It's your system, you chose.
I'm in the character with you. You were watching me while you typed torch. You didn't type torch for meters.
It's just looking it up, no worries. I'm just looking it
It
up.
should be 4 if you converted it from.
Yeah. I
If you
think
convert it
so.
from stupid to meters, yeah.
Isn't it 2020?
I think it's 2020.
Yeah.
Well, that. I mean, sometimes it does feel like it's still 2020.
Yeah.
No, please.
Oh man, it went a joke. Because we didn't need to get because we're getting energy.
Yeah. 4. I remember. Look at me.
But did you though?
Well, it was half remember, but here you go. There you go. Now you got a torch. You can see. What?
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, this place looks like a shit. Wow.
Good.
Yes.
Illyria is gonna go where next. So where do you think another room is?
Well, look, he's gonna stand in the middle of the room. Like the other room in there ends about here, right? That's where the wall is, and like that's half this room. And unless there's something
Illyria
secret in this
It's
bookcase,
sort of just going around and kind of feeling on the walls and seeing if she can find anything.
Okay. With a bit more of a hands-on approach, let's do an investigation cunning. So, look around.
Illyria,
allowed to
great
help
at
her,
cunning.
almost?
Yes, of course.
Because I'm showing her around. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it's just a normal roll.
Yes, finally.
Yay!
Woo!
Woo!
Hey!
Plenty.
What? Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 indeed.
You don't touch the wall, go across it all, and when you get to over here, and your kind of hand just bumps over this strange little hole, and then you notice it, this little edge, you notice it running all the way from above your head down to the floor, and he just looks to Nyx and says, basically turn to him and have a look on your face of it's here, isn't it obvious?
Look, I'm a little distracted. What? You don't have to give me that look. I just had my encounter with a ghost dragon.
I'm not.
You're not?
honestly didn't expect to find anything. I'm a little distracted myself.
Are you okay, Lydia? You look a little bit fatigued. Do you need
Well,
to have
like I
a
said,
nap?
I haven't been feeling too well ever since I got that wound.
That's an understatement, Nix. I've checked it myself. Her wound is not healing as it should.
Oh, then she might need someone who actually knows how to heal. Like, not. Maybe. I don't mean that you can't heal us, but I mean someone who specializes in healing or something.
Yes,
Maybe.
I think so too.
Or maybe a nice cup of tea.
As long as you
Somehow I
don't
think
put
that's
mother's
not
milk
going to
in
be
it.
enough.
Don't have all that much to offer you, I'm afraid, Deliria. I can try and give you some heals, but
It's alright, I'll power through until we can hopefully get some help.
okay, you let us know if you're taking your time for the West, right?
Sure.
See that you do. Anyway, what's beyond the door?
Okay, Lear, you push open the door, and it's just this hidden stone door that is just made to kind of meld into the otherwise wall. And it's this kind of heavy thing that you need to put your whole body into it. And it's this irritating sound of stone scraping as against stone, and slowly you push it open.
Alright. Lyria's gonna carefully take a step inside.
Mhm.
Oh, where is
Oh.
it? I just
Jump out the window?
just jumped out the window.
FBI, open up!
She just swan
I
dive
just-
through the
Yeah,
window.
Lyria's like, goodbye, cruel world.
I'm feeling
Yeah, fuck this house, bro!
No,
What
I
would
just
that be?
accidentally moved her out and then I couldn't move her token back.
Let's see, that would be like 96 or something like that. Damage.
just like plummet to your doom.
Oh, please don't kill Illyria for my stupidity.
No promises.
Oof.
Yeah, just
If
kidding.
it's a stupid decision I'm making character, that's fine.
Yes. Well. Anyway, you step into what seems to be another rather dusty, small area. There is a shelf, in the corner that is ransacked, and it's only like trash or throwaway items that remain there in the corner. And there's a large wooden door over here.
There's nothing else in this room. Go walk in.
Well, if you are a dust collector, then there's a lot in this room, but
Gotcha.
otherwise...
Alright, jeez, the shades. What if I am a dust collector? You don't know.
Yeah, but then I'd be in its paradise, is what I'm saying.
Just roll around in it like a cat and catnip.
Yes.
Oh, look, that's my favorite material on the planet Earth.
Delicious dust. Well, okay. So now there is a door. What does the door look like? Does it look like fancy and ornate, or is it just more heavy? It looks like it's protruding. That's why I ask.
Oh yeah, it's rather heavy. It is this kind of valved top, but it seems to be a rather standard door, wooden door. A little bit on the heavier side, but that you've seen everywhere in here.
Right. Do we want to do a like sniff check to see how many beyond this door has with her, or your?
Ah, prudent. Very well. Hold on for a minute. She does her sniff check. Can she just do this all the time? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sniff, sniff.
Okay, a minute. What are you gonna... You're just gonna hang around?
I'm gonna look at the dirt with great interest.
Sure.
I will listen in to see if there's anything, like any noises coming from the other side.
Sure. Pick me a perception intelligence with that.
God, always with the intelligence. Coming after my intelligence.
Hit me where it
11.
hurts.
Go down.
It's not looking good. I mean, the fortress sometimes seems to creak a little bit. There's this wind, but otherwise there's nothing.
Mhm.
Julie, anything? You stand there.
Yeah, I think Alir is just kind of waiting, leaning against the wall, just kind of like, just like looking out a little bit.
You can, with Hamardia, kind of look out the window, and they're far into the distance, at the edge of basically your vision before the mist just gets way too thick. Look at your discount Strahd undead getting beaten the shit out of over and over again.
But he's still out there, which is good.
Yeah.
He is such a valiant knight.
I don't know if I should be impressed or concerned.
I think we should just enjoy the show for now. And I don't think he's doing it out of love for any of us. Why is he doing it though? Do you have an idea, Lyria?
Asphodel talked to him.
Do you have a guess, Sven?
I don't know. He seems to have some genuine willingness to help us out, maybe?
That seems a bit, I don't want to say suspicious, but...
Maybe some leftovers of they once were? I don't know, I'm just grasping at straws here. Wait, what are straws?
Straws are the things that hay is composed of, if you've ever seen hay. Lady Saint Lyria.
Yeah, I have.
So these are straws, yes. DM, I think you're muted.
I hate myself sometimes.
Were you saying something?
Yes.
I just checked the stream and she was like having this monologue and I
Yeah,
I-
we're just like, Lyria doesn't know what straw is.
I just just put in like a quick comment there, and then nobody said anything, and I was very sad. I said grasping at straws. Anyway,
God.
Asphodel blinks, and then she goes, well, that's interesting and perhaps unfortunate. I smell 5 sources of undead just beyond this wall.
Right. Okay. You're gonna come up closer and start whispering. He's like, so what's the play here? I walk in, I say we're here as emissaries. This is what we're meant to be doing, or what if they attack straight away?
Yes, that's that way. I think the best course of action would be to hold a sort of choke point.
Well, I can walk in there looking like I am meant to be here. Usually, it's all just... I don't know how to say it. It's something about the gravitas that I hold. It's just I can sometimes command a room just by walking in, but it's a question of how I walk.
Oh, I have an idea. And I'm going to turn into... Can I turn into like one of the... like the black dragonborn that I saw?
Oh!
Oh shit.
Whoa! Well, which do you want to turn into? You got the 2 yesterday. You didn't really get a good look of either of them, both of them, because one was bandaged and the other one had that cowl. Then you have Discount Strahd.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn into Discount Strahd.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh god.
Can we just give this guy a name already?
His name's Jeff.
His name is...
Jeff.
What is Strahd backwards? Like Drast or something, I don't know.
For fuck's sake.
Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna give you the right to control this token.
Yes, I am disconstruct now.
No, your darts.
Uh, well, you cannot dress like him though, so you will still have your normal clothes, just look like this.
Yeah, someone give me a cloak, please. This is not my taste.
Yeah, do you think we have just cloaks
Maybe.
hanging around like we have wardrobe changes?
I don't know. How do you describe yourself usually? Next.
We don't.
Oh,
Well,
well, this is unfortunate. And
I do have
polished
this
it up.
hat.
I don't.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah.
the hat is great, but I don't think it's going to help my costume.
This hat was worn by Van Richten. Allowed him to transform into something different.
Oh, yes.
He was a Earth Genasi, I believe. Until, well, on the inside he was.
We know him as a slightly suspicious, depressed bard.
With only 2 songs to his repertoire. So the question is, I mean, I can give this to you, Illyria, but it might take some time for you to get accustomed on how to use it. Maybe up to an hour almost. And you could also be a Dragonborn or a discount zombie Strad version.
Well, if the clothing will probably make discount stats seem pretty suspicious, so I'm going to turn into this instead. And she's going to turn into a lizard folk. And was the lizard folk armored in any way?
Wait, what are you gonna turn into?
The lizard folk.
The lizard
Lizard.
folk. Oh.
Yeah,
The dark-skinned lizard-like. Okay.
yeah, the dark skinned lizard folk. Yeah. You don't know it's a lizard folk.
Oh god, then I need to.
Yeah, you
Mage
wanted me
mind.
to play a fucking changeling. This is on you. On you.
The consequences of my actions come back to haunt me. Oh no.
Now you know how it feels.
You gave me a tool and I'm going to use it. Now
It's kind of fun when you hear that from a DM, can I just say that?
I think I am ready to slay. Because I look fabulous.
So, okay, we have one very creepy looking lizard, and we have Asphodel, and we have Illyria, and I... Now I can turn into something now, but Illyria, I don't know. We have no clue what's going to happen beyond that door. We don't know who they're looking for, we don't know if they're going to react. The question is, we are taking a gamble here. If you are coming as this dark lizard and we have Asphodel, will that spike more dissent? Because we know there is some sort of inter-rivalries going on.
Oh, you're probably right.
Or you could just go in by yourself, Amatia, and find out.
That seems like a very nice way to die. I
You don't know, maybe they have tea waiting.
I somehow doubt
Do
it.
undead drink tea?
It's a figure of speech. Maybe they'll be welcoming, but look, what do you want to do here, Asphodel? Do you want me to not be me? I can be pretty much anything. I can be you.
Oh, well, that's a disconcerting thought. I do believe that Hamatia going in alone is an unnecessary risk. And you are by far the most silver-tongued of us all.
So, are you just trying to butter me up, or?
Butter? What does butter to do with anything?
Well, it makes me all shiny.
Figure of...
Anyway, as I was saying, I think 2 of you perhaps could enter and lure one of them inside over here so we can talk to them further if indeed this Sir Gwillem is inside.
I did not get a look at the other one in the chapel, though. I don't know what to turn into, or how to use this hat to turn into that other creature. Aha! Hamate, you saw it, right? You saw the other one.
Oh, yes, right.
Can you turn into that one so I can get a look and then mirror how you
Oh.
change?
Oh, of course, yes.
Oh God.
Something like this.
God.
Oh, yes!
Still very freaky.
This feels very exploitative, but super smart, and I'm here for it.
Okay,
I'm back
and then
into my-
I reach into my bag as I see that, and I close my eyes briefly as I have that picture of the Dragonborn in my mind's eye, and I put it on, and I become El Dragonborn Areno.
Okay.
Nice.
No, it's so smart. I'm here for it. Okay, you can control this one now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's promptly going to again. Her whole body
that
shakes
how
and
it
twists and bubbles
sounds?
up. Yeah, it sounds like bones cracking, and it doesn't sound pleasant.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh yes.
Does it hurt?
Oh, vividly.
Oh,
Oh.
Don't worry, I'm quite used to it by now. It's more like, it's sort of like having to pull a very heavy weight, I guess, if I compare it to something you'd probably do. Or maybe, I don't know what Lady Saint does, to be honest.
well, before I got stuck in here, I was a soldier, so.
So was a weight accurate? Wait, you were a soldier? I thought you were a lady. How can you be a lady and a soldier?
Both, but that's a story for another time.
Oh, okay. I'll ask about it later. Anyway, I do believe we have some business to attend to.
I recommend, Illyria, that we step back into this other room here. And I guess just shout, mushroom, in case you want our help.
Alright,
Sounds
a
like
bunch
a
of-
plan.
let's see how this goes.
Nix, do you know any prayer of the morning lord or something like that that I might utter to show my reliability?
We have the words from Argenvost himself.
Okay, so no morning lord shit. Good.
Here we go. And Nyx strides over to the door and grabs the door handle and takes a deep breath and
Yeah. God, I need
Tries
to give you guys
to open.
vision as well.
mm-hmm.
But you will still have the vision of your normal
You
selves.
can set the token, this image, to be higher than our token, and then we can just put them underneath each other.
Oh yeah. To front. To
Okay, I'm good.
front.
Yeah, and then you just have to highlight.
You go. Okay. There we go. All right, and then Asvida and Illyria will like step through here, and they're going
Yes.
to close the door behind them. Not all the way, just most of the way.
Yeah.
Uh huh. Like basically have it like open like this, a tiny amount. Perfect. Okay. Indeed, here we go. Who opens the door?
I'll open.
Okay. Bam.
And I stride in like I own the shit, please.
Okay.
He's standing behind him like I'm his like
Clump,
bodyguard.
clump. And despite my breath catching in my chest as I see the folk here, I... Oh my god. I walk in and I stand there, the top of the table,
Yeah.
and like, were they in the middle of talking or something?
Well, what you see is through this dust and cobwebs, you see faded war banners adorning the walls of this spacious chamber, in the center of which stands this heavy wooden table. An iron chandelier hangs above, which is surrounded by 6 high-backed chairs with wood-carved dragons perched on top of them. And then slumped in 5 of these chairs are these humanoids in various states of undeath and rotting. They're not saying anything and are either staring off into the distance on a specific point in the room or down on their hands.
Do they notice us when we come in?
Not immediately. It's almost like a slow spell has been cast in the room, because everything seems like they're reacting as if they were trudging through molasses, but one after the other, 3 of the heads rises, and this guy who is closest to you, this rather ferocious bronze-like dragonborn, says, "Kala, Zhivkos, your prayers therefore over?"
It's time. As I try and put on my growliest, harshiest voice to try and like kind of mimic him in a different way as best I can.
Oh, okay. Does Hamardia say anything?
I just nod. Nod, like, coldly nod.
Okay.
We have
Okay.
prayed for a sign, and a sign we received.
A sign of more heroes to slay. Are you going hunting?
Perhaps. Or it is a strange sign to maybe change things. We have been here a long time, and no benefit has come our way. Maybe it is time to question how things are.
This rather ashen dragonborn leans over the table a little bit. What are you talking about, Zhivkos?
The sign was very clear.
This is insurrection, treachery. How long did you spend in your prayer? Have you gone mad? Even if we wanted to, you know we can't.
Why? Do you not have your wits about you?
Have something happened to your voice, Zhivkos? You sound brighter than normal.
I haven't spoken for a long time, and it's just a little funny.
This one over here says, "That's weird. I thought voices grew more growly and dark when you don't speak for long. At least that's what's happened to me. I mean, I used to be a tenor once upon a time."
I'm not here to talk about how relaxed or unrelaxed my voice is. I'm here to talk about the signs.
This dragonborn here sends this one a bit of a please stop talking kind of look.
You're kind of Grange, bro. I'm not gonna. Oh my god, it's amazing.
So
You've been... go ahead.
Shh, will you shut up? Anyway, doesn't matter what we want, Shivkos. I know that you're itching for a fight. Then I will be willing to spar with you like we once did. But
That would be...
our predicament remains the same. Grandmaster Horngod decides, and we obey.
Does he gesture towards this dude here, or not?
Not. The female dragonborn actually looks outside, towards the door that is leading to the hallway, which you can see over here.
I see. We've been here a long time, yes?
I don't even know anymore. Does any one of us do? Has somebody been counting years recently? No,
There he was.
no.
I can't remember when I stopped.
Oh, really? Kala? You're usually so calm. How many years has it been then?
I don't remember when I stopped counting. That's what I just said.
These voices are sometimes hard to understand.
He too has been silent a long time.
It's hard for me to speak your tongue, as you know.
Oh wait, is it already autumn? I think I sat down in spring. Oh, I should probably get to moving again, do my rounds.
It doesn't matter. You've been here, we've been here. There have been too many moons, and yet we still stay. I will speak to Horngard. He must hear of the signs.
For the first time, this one here at the edge of the table kind of leans over, puts his two hands leaning against each other, kind of like what he has in the picture. You say you've seen signs in your prayer. What has the Morning Lord said to you?
I think we must... Looks around the table to see if they're all like... I want to identify their demeanor, if they're like eager to this, or if there's like... Is there a consensus of thought here? Or are they kind of... Some are subordinate, some are like upper level. Like, does it feel like that everyone's on the same level here and everyone is in consensus with what's going on here?
Ooh,
or are they
cool.
in different kind of body languages, you know?
Make me an empathy composure, please.
I will compose the shit out of it. I can't without my token. I will do it with
Oh.
my roll. It's cool.
Oh! How the turntable?
Hell, the turntables.
Whoa.
They're all very stoic.
Yes, they're rather muted in their expressions, which makes them a little bit hard to understand. They're not as animated or expressive as they might have been in their life.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I will have to roll the dice with this one. I say, the signs from the Morning Lord. It was like a dream, but I was there. A new sun rises. A new light. A coming of a new era. And with it, One of shining silver scales from another land. With breath as cold as the mountain air.
They're silent, just looking at you. This dude here grew bored a long time ago, just kind of sleeping. And then, slowly but surely, a snicker grows from the smallest of giggles to very growly and loud laughter among these three here.
Oh my god. I have to do a show of strength. Just this one is laughing?
No, all three here are laughing. Here. These three are laughing. This one has like fallen asleep in boredom.
Okay.
And this one here is just evenly looking at you with a little bit of curiosity.
I slam my fist down on the table and say, "You dare question the signs?"
Calm down, brother. We know not what you're talking about yet, but I will understand.
I have had many a dream in my time, Jivkos. In our first years, we searched far and wide for hope, or have you forgotten? There is no end to our torment. And these foolish dreams will only serve to increase our suffering.
You say that, but there is evidence now. You say there is no hope, but the signs pointed towards the coming of a new dawn.
This
And
one
when
here-
we were praying,
Sorry.
as we were praying, and the signs came, in walked that very same Sylvan Dragonborn.
Okay. By now, I want you to make me a deception. With advantage, though, because of how you look right now.
Yay! Deception! Oh my
Pokey!
god! Deception with what? Presence?
Manipulation?
It has to be manipulation, because you don't know how to use this body.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
okay, roll 2, d20, keep highest 1, plus my manipulation.
Yeah.
19!
To be
What? Wait,
It's gonna be
is he
25 for me.
disadvantage? Oh,
no, it's gonna be 20 for me.
Oh, it's Amatia. I thought it was from Bexxy.
I have a plus 10 to manipulation.
Holy shit.
Deception manipulation, so.
Yep.
But you have plus 10 to deception manipulation?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Damn, girl.
Hey, that's my specialty. Being alive.
You are the lizard.
I have become lizard, the destroyer of worlds.
God. Okay. This one here starts laughing once more in a very growly voice. Says, "Ha! You're finally gone completely mad, huh?" This one here again leans over the table to look at you. You know very much as I do that as soon as you approach our Grand Master with any sign of complaint, you will be struck down by him, no matter who you are or what you say. I would be careful, brother and sister, to continue talking about this. As your quartermaster, I want to have a private discussion with you about your recent behavior.
Very well.
Yes, quartermaster.
And I gesture towards the door that we came through.
The closet? Or onto the study? No one has been there for some time. What were you planning on doing in Argenvo's study?
We were following the signs.
The signs. Very well. I guess I haven't been there in a while. A new environment. And it starts like walking over there. Very slowly. Everyone else at the table kind of goes back, looking into the distance.
What a bunch of emo kids, Jesus.
We
They've been dead
swallowed.
for years, like hundreds probably. What do you mean?
I don't
Time
know.
for a change. Follow
Yes!
the quartermaster.
Yeah. Let's move to here.
Oh my god.
So you guys were standing over here. And then the quartermaster walks into here. And he's gonna go, for the stone door where Illyria and Aspera is waiting.
I'll go. I'll like try and, because he's going slowly, right?
Yeah,
I'll just-
sure.
I
I'll
like
do
that
the
behind.
patient. Yeah, like I'm gonna go in like first and like kind of stop him. I can't move my token, by the way. I can't move it through the wall. Sorry. Got
Oh,
hiccups.
they're too thick.
Move me.
I had.
Move me.
I want to be moved.
You had.
Okay. Sorry, there's a delay.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. And
Wait, where is the quartermaster? He's like here.
he's slowly coming through.
Yes.
So I kind of give a non-eyebrow wiggle
Yeah,
to Hamatia, like point my snoot towards the door.
Yeah, she closes the door very silent, very gracefully.
Are we going through there? So like
Yes.
you want to go in ahead. Like he gestures to you with the dragonborn snoot to like open the door and go in first with some very desperate eyes, like hide them, like.
Make me a leadership presence.
A leadership presence.
Yes.
Sure.
And
I can do my eyebrow wriggles.
No, you can't. Mardia, I want you to make me a empathy
25.
composure. Wow, an empathy composure from Mardia.
Understand my snoot and eyebrow wiggles.
Hide them. Okay, you are so in sync right now. It's almost like you were talking telepathically.
Yeah, so Hamatia, Lizard Hamatia, will slowly, very slow, like methodically, enter the room here.
Mm-hmm.
And then will accidentally quote to shut the door, and then she will gesture to both Illyria and ask for them to get the fuck out. She's like waving at them, get out.
Hide. I'll go over to the door and be like, ah.
That damn thing is stuck. Give me a moment. And she's like doing. While she is like gesturing to him to get the fuck out. Like waiting and hissing at her like,
I guess Illyria and Asphodel take the hint.
Sorry, I need to regain my composure. Yes.
give me a moment.
Yeah. You make me a deception.
Open the door, and I'm gonna like pretend like it's more stuck than it really is.
Make me a
this door
deception check
sucks.
with advantage, but with presence, Amarnia. Oh my god.
Can Illyria like grab Asphodel and like there was
Yeah.
this closet area, right?
Yeah, you can run down to the closet if you want.
19. I'm rolling shitty, but when you have a plus 10, that doesn't really matter.
Okay. Oh my god, okay. A 19. He will continue walking after you guys, lifting an eyebrow that actually exists.
Hey,
I have never seen you like this.
when your whole existence gets flipped on its head, you too would act slightly more erratically.
As they get out, I pull the door wide open. There we go.
And I give a nod, and then I walk through.
Isn't this place cursedly nostalgic? Oh shit, I'm not there.
He walks in and kind of takes in his surroundings with this kind of slow, sweeping gaze, and there is a lot of emotions playing on his face, and he walks over to this shelf and kind of runs his fingers over the dust.
I shut the door by now.
Okay. And he looks quite sadly on like the state of the bookshelf.
What are you looking for?
All the memories that are hard to hold on to, as you know. And then he turns around and faces you both and kind of put his arms in a cross. So whatever you might have seen in your prayer, it must have left quite an impression on you both. I haven't seen you act this way in a very long time. No, wait, Carla, I've never been this excited before.
You're breaking up, Bexxy.
Oh, I need to be closer to my microphone. I've never seen you act this excited before, so whatever you might have seen, it must have left quite an impression. Carla, this is quite unusual for you, even when we were alive. What is happening? You heard me?
Yeah, you're a little muffled again.
Yeah.
At the end there.
I think
Oh
she
my God.
said, "You've never been looked so alive. What is happening?"
And
Yeah,
to
like
to
you've
Hamatia's
been like this.
lizard, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He turned towards Kala and said that he has never seen her this excited even in life.
I was deep in prayer in the chapel below. And I've suddenly heard a voice call to me. A voice somehow similar, somehow familiar, and yet long forgotten.
Really?
Indeed.
I haven't heard his voice since this tragedy.
And yet his words echoed in my head. I could almost see his silver wings again.
What? You speak of Master Argenvost?
I think so, Quartermaster.
Not of the Morning Lord. This is...
We believe it was a combination of these two, as the sun shone through his silver wings. It was a sight that if I could still feel things, I would say these are beautiful. Alas, I cannot. But it somehow still brought me a sense of warmth I thought long forgotten.
Make me a deception with disadvantage and manipulation, thank you.
Don't fail me that! Natural 1!
Oh no!
Okay.
Natural
Still an
1!
11. Still an 11.
That's a natural 1.
It's still
Yeah, but it's not combat. You still
my
do the magic
GM
one.
style is that
I got a natural
20.
1! I want a natural 1! Don't fuck me all over the
Whoa,
Fuck me all over
okay.
the-
Failure is fun. Immediately his hand kind of moves to the hilt of a bassa sword that he has on his hip. I don't believe I've ever heard either of you two speak of Argenvost ever since you died. In fact, none of you have. I am the only one here who has kept his memory alive.
Here we honor those who have departed to live in honor or perished in service by the wisdom of Argenvost, Lord of Argenvostholt, and the founder of the Order of the Silver Dragon.
How can this be?
I say that in unison.
Oh. It looks between you two. Very confused. I don't understand. How?
We are different now.
What was necessary? What did you do to reclaim it?
The Sylvan Dragonborn that comes is the key to our salvation.
In my investigation, I know very little of the Silver Dragonborn you speak of. All I know is that whenever I try to enter the tower, there's something keeping me from taking that one last step to touch his skeleton. And all I can see is his head is missing, and I know in my heart that it must be unified for all of this to end, so his power can reach us once more.
We have spent so long thinking that the Morning Lord and Argenvost were two different things. Or at least this sign made us think. A change is coming for the better. either being that from the dawning or from the silver dragon. I am sure, should that silver dragonborn appear, we must help them help us.
Kind of get this rather guarded body language and takes another step back, still with his hand on the sword. Brother Jivkos, Sister Kala, you speaking words that are both blasphemous and strange in nature. I spent all this time figuring out what to do, not yet knowing that I can never fix it. I don't understand, nor do I think I want to. Saying that the Morning Lord and Argynvost is one? Perhaps Laszlo is right. I have completely lost you to madness, and I am even more alone than I used to be. Do what you want, but count me out.
You do not wish for even a chance at redemption, a chance to end this misery for once and for all.
Every day, Kala. Every day I wish for my true death. But you do not speak redemption. You too speak falsehood.
Even if we are mad, even if we do speak falsehood, do you not wish to at least take the chance?
How do you expect me to believe anything you have to say? Then in your prayer, somehow Argynvost and the Morning Lord was the same person.
We spoke his words. He spoke it to us.
How do you know that you were touched by Argynvost or touched by Morning Lord, and not this terrible curse that has befallen us all?
Think about it.
You have been corrupted further than I ever thought we could.
I will look and say, oh God. We have been touched by Argynvost. See what gifts he gives us. And I will cast Sacred Flame on the little fallen thingy next to him.
He takes a step back, with now his half sword half drawn. He looks between it, then to you with big eyes, saucer eyes. Oh, I see what it is. You went there, didn't you? Something called out to you, and you accepted the bargain. Just like Argynvost has always dissuaded and warned us against. If I could end your life right here and now, for how you have betrayed not only the Order but Argynvost himself, I would, but I can't. You have fallen in disgrace.
Maybe. But at least there is hope for us.
Whatever hope you're selling through those corrupting forces, I am not with you. And he opens the door. It slaps it shut.
Well, that could have went better.
Hey, maybe, but one down?
One down. He's too far gone. We did get some useful information out of him. I believe that this is a win for us. That means they will never trust these two schmucks back there.
That was something.
It was a little strange. Didn't know exactly what would appease to him. He's very guarded.
I think
They were.
there's still something there, though.
There is. I
I
mean,
think we went about it wrong.
Maybe, but it was difficult to figure him out straight away. He was very into Argynvost, and he wants to see the glory of Argynvost return, and so do we. But at the same time, we were trying to not lose our disguises.
Cavalier, like, carefully sort of like peek out the door.
Oh yeah. You do, and you can, as you do carefully, you hear another door slam shut.
Presumably the one to the room.
Yes. He went back.
Well, he's gone back now.
So, what did we learn from that?
We learned that.
Peculiar fellow.
Well, when we were in the other room, they were saying that if we were to go into the room where Hongand is, who is like their leader, and we are starting to spout change and hope, that we will be cut down where we are. So clearly this Hongard wants to keep this fortress as it is. Maybe they are too far gone, and they are all about the Yestrad. We may have to end his life if we want to. Well, or he's undead. I mean, as far as we can.
Oh, we do also know the solution to our problem. The beacon is Argynvost's skull. If what he said was correct, so that means we need to find a dragon skull somewhere around here.
I'm not sure if it would be here.
Maybe it is in the tower, but he cannot reach. He cannot touch the
It
tower.
could very well be.
You think if it was here, though, that they would have put it back already, perhaps?
They cannot
Still
enter.
Can't. We can have a look, but I don't know. Would it just be around here?
I think I heard him say that when he reached the last footstep, footstep in the staircase, he couldn't go any further.
So there might be some magic-y jig at the works there. Or maybe we need someone specifically entwined, or maybe someone capably fit to enter a lair of a silver dragon, maybe a silver dragon born.
I say that, I mean, we can always come back and confront Hongard later, but if it means that we go to the tower and figure out if Asphodel can go through as the silver dragonborn reborn.
Silver-born, dragonborn reborn.
Right. Then maybe we can end the curse before we even encounter any problems.
Sure.
It might be tricky, but this
try
little
that.
disguise thing is working out for us.
By the way, Nix, your dragonborn voice is pretty good. I would add a little bit more girth to it, and then a little bit, I just get a little bit of a lower tone. But other than that, was a pretty good dragonborn expression.
I try and mimic Asphod's like snort from her nostrils, as I do not take the critique very well. As an entertainer who does this for a living.
And Hamatia will actually do us for the snort.
Do you change your forms or do you keep them?
I think I'll go and come back to Hamatia.
Alright.
I take off the hat. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like we're both changeling.
Oh my god, you are changing together.
Changing.
Asphodel says, we still have the problem of these undead promising to hunt us down until we're dead, and considering the fact that they just refuse to die,
It makes it very difficult. I sadly cannot disguise you without you having this hat on for a while. Get familiar with it. It depends on who they're after, Asphodel.
Perhaps we should go and talk to this Grandmaster Horn God and try to dissuade him by claiming that we don't want to, you know, or was it what Illyria said? Murder Strahd?
And maybe throw the quartermaster under the carriage by claiming he wants Argonauts?
Nice.
Yes.
I mean,
Do we know where he is?
no, but the question is if we once again return to that room as the Dragonborns or we come as who we are now, it seems that they have given up hope and that they have no control over what they do. Whatever Horngard says is what they will do with their lives. And if they are sitting there for perpetual centuries, then it clearly the Horngard is not giving them the hope that they want. They want to be released. So we can walk in there as the gesturing to ask for the savior. But
And that went so good in the first place?
well, they were laughing at me, suggesting that the hope is change is coming in the form of a silver dragonborn with breasts as icy as the mountains. But it seems like they've given up. They were laughing at the concept of being saved.
I think at least Golem could maybe help us in some way.
Right. Well, I mean, we went to those dragonborns, right? That was just a disguise. I'm still Nyx, right? I still think Argenvolt is the best solution here.
Argnvoss is the
I know.
best, but I do believe that while his soul is very noble, I think it might border a bit on naivete when it comes to how far gone his loyal minions are.
I just think that maybe we can actually try to have a conversation with Gwillem, and I'm not sure about the other ones.
Well, in my opinion, we have two options here. We can walk into that room and claim that we are the hope from the Morning Lord / Argenvost or whatever.
Argenlord.
Sure. And maybe they will follow Asphodel into Horngard's room and we take Horngard down ourselves. Or we do the flip side of that and we walk in and we say, actually, everything is peachy. We want to keep this delicious curse. And we hit the sea Horngard to reinforce it. Because Yestrad.
I do not think it's a start. I think it's more that if we need to suffer, then Strahd will suffer with us. Maybe.
Either way, it is kind of down to Asphodel and what role she wants to play here. Do you remember? You have to be convicted to one or the other, Asphodel.
Oh, choices.
I do feel for these knights and their plight. And I feel it's both important to me as an ardent purifier, but also important to me as a friend of yours and protector to see this through. We cannot have these knights on our tail. Eventually they will succeed.
So you're suggesting we just make a run for the tower and see what's what?
Looking at whatever is up there could be of interest. But I also agree with Illyria that perhaps using this falsehood against this Master Gwillem did not work as we intended. Did not our friendly undead say that we should speak to him when we came here?
We can still do that.
As far as he knows, just two of his best friends went completely mad, which I think is more of a slow burn than anything. I think we need to give him a few minutes to think. Maybe it will boil him over a little bit.
Yes, all we did was offer the seed of possibility, and theoretically, if we have quote unquote introduced you, Asphodel, with pretending to be his crazy Morning Lord Prayer dragonborn friends, then all for the better, I think. So we have the possibility here. There's no mistakes that were made, really, from our behalf. We can still go into that room, and we have never been there. We have never spoken to him. But he now has a seed of doubt, or that something could come. And there you are.
True. I think it was Master Horngard who was in that throne room he walked past. And it could be interesting to just talk to him. Not to say whoever allegiance we have, but see what he has to say.
Sure. Merely your mere presence may be sufficient.
I doubt that, but perhaps. Well,
We will see.
I'm up for both. All three, actually. We have the
Well,
tower, talking to Quartermaster Gwilym without any falsehood, and inquiring with Grandmaster Horngard.
I believe Quillen is our best shot at this. Horngard sounds like a power-hungry maniac from the way they...
I think we should try
Describe him.
to seek
I agree.
Gwilym's aid, and then we can go from there.
Yes,
Okay.
I agree.
Then
Well,
how
um,
do we lure him out into this room again?
Do we want to?
I don't think we want to. I think
Do we
all of
want
them-
to talk in front of the other
I think we
four undead?
might be better off.
I mean,
What about our other undead friend?
to just walk in there and ask to speak to Gwilym by himself? That there is a dragonborn here to see him?
Just say you wish to speak to him.
Right.
Privately. I'm not sure how the others would react to our presence here, although they seem alright if you don't go shouting about wanting to kill Strahd.
And what do we say if we say, hey, we want to speak to him, and he goes, what do you want to speak about?
Perhaps say that. Show the dragon necklace, perhaps.
Right. You have that, that's what.
Well, yes, I have two. One for our friend, one that we found downstairs, and then thirdly, the one who belongs to me from the Argent Purifiers.
And they're all the same, right?
The two Order of the Silver Dragon necklaces are dragons from the front. Asphodus is a dragon in relief.
Okay. I look to Hamatia and say, as much as I don't like you, needs must right now, and you have proven to be somewhat capable in pretending to be something. I think, and he knows that this hurts her, I think you should shapeshift one more time and become that person to coax. And get him here.
And what do you want me to do to bring in us for that? Okay, I'll do it.
Take this necklace. One for yourself, and then one more. If he doesn't want to come, then perhaps say that you found this necklace outside in the wild, if a fallen brother or sister might need assistance, perhaps.
I don't know, I don't like this.
If anything goes wrong, we're here to back you up.
Are you?
Well, yes, of course.
It's in our best interests.
Okay, then, so the plan is I'm turning into, yes, I'm turning into, you see, she is a bit, off.
Mm-hmm.
Are you alright?
Oh, yes, can you please repeat the mission, please? I'm sorry, I appear to have been lost in thought for a second there.
You are alright? Are you sure you can do this?
Yes, I can, most positively do this. I apologize. Yes, I turn into long-haired dude, and I, and I go to the chamber, and I tell them that we found another necklace of a long-lost brother in the forest, and I lead them here, and here Asphodel confronts him.
That you want to talk about something you found in the forest, and then show him the necklace, and then step back out. Let him come to you. He seems somewhat able-bodied.
Alright then. And then I lure him here, and here Asphodel jumps on him with her two few words. What are we doing? We are not thinking this.
I think we should
mean-
start with the words that we were told.
Yes.
Well,
Argynvost did tell
Outsiders.
us that he couldn't communicate with any of the knights.
Outsiders knowing them, maybe we might just be able to convince him of the truth of our encounter with Argynvost.
Give me the necklace, I'll do this, but please cover my
Also, perhaps
bum.
you should enter the proper way to the chamber. So,
Yes.
Yes, no more sneaking around through long forgotten corridors, I guess. Okay. She turns into long discount store.
all right.
Trust.
To make things easier, I'm gonna just pull you over here, and
I was gonna be as Matia walks out. Nix goes over to her, him, it, and say, "Don't fuck this up for us. Now's your chance." And here on the back of her shoulder, and cast guidance.
The moment you say that, it seems to get a bit of her conviction back. Her whole stature becomes a little bit more confident, a little bit more upwards, straight. Just a tiny bit. Okay. And a Hamati star dude will go a long way.
Hamati Strad?
Hamati star, yeah.
darts.
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 Yeah.
Hamati dart.
Yeah. You will head down the corridor. You will go back in there, and once again, most of the members of the table slowly lift up their heads. There's a sigh from this dude over here who basically mutters to himself, "Why can't I just be left in peace?"
Unfortunately, there is some business I need a quartermaster for. And with very delicately, I wave over the dragon symbol, but I give it some reverence, not just flailing it around.
Yeah.
Hey, look what I got!
Jingling it in front of a cat.
I need to speak to you, please. Sorry.
Make me a deception check.
Oh boy, that went well last time.
Presence, just flat
With the guidance.
with the guidance.
Presence. Can we make it something which is not presence? Preparation. Okay, deception.
Do it. Do it now.
13 because I suck. I rolled really bad this day.
What do you mean? You had like a 19.
Yeah, I had a 19 because I have a plus 10 to my deception.
The most exhausted look meets your face of a Gwillem that just seems completely out of sorts and scatterbrained and tired, and he just vaguely nods in your direction, sighs, and steps up. Look,
I'm
young,
waiting.
this better be good.
It will be. Oh shit, I want to
He said his name. He said his name.
Yeah, woo!
What was
We
his
have
name?
it.
Can you spell it?
Look yeah.
Look, yeah, no, that's Dart. Dart.
Woo!
We
I'm
know
sorry.
his name!
It's Dart, it will always
We
be
did
Dart.
it, chat.
It will always be Dart.
He heads out the door with you, and you turn the other way, and he starts heading this way, and then turns to you and says, "No, not the dining room, like normal."
No. I stop and I walk.
Yep. Let him come to you.
Kinda squints his eyes a little bit, and then sighs, and continues after.
I'm so done! I love it.
Yeah.
I'm so done. Oh, this way, no!
He seems rather scatterbrained right now. His mind seems to be in another direction, and this it just feels like
Completely fair.
this feels like you know, opening the mail in the morning or responding to customer complaints on your email. You know.
I opened the door and show him the way.
Alright, and he kind of looks down on his hands, not noticing who's inside of here at first, and continues to say, whilst being all stretched out, it's rather weird. It's rather weird how Colin and the Chiscos have been acting recently. Do you know anything? And then he looks up, sees all of you, and immediately draws his sword, and we're gonna go for a short break! Woo!
I know what, I was waiting for it.
Let's empty our bladders, refill our drinks, and I guess give food to our pet lizards, and come back happy. Yeah,
Milk, I have it.
I'm always happy.
that's
My
great.
cats,
Great for you.
My cats have been trying to murder each other for a little bit, but other than that,
Give
Oh!
your cats pets.
Yeah. Give them some pets.
baby.
I'm gonna go and get myself another drink.
My cat doesn't want anything to do with me because I was gone for the weekend.
Alright, you've abandoned us.
Yeah,
Give you the
basically.
shunning. The feline shun.
She also gives me that treatment, like whenever, because she usually likes to like lie on my desk, right? And then whenever I have like some food or just something to drink, she's like, "How dare you?"
How dare you eat? Well, we'll see how this goes.
Yep. Pee.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, she's coming.
And
Squeak,
Hema says, I imagine the actual undead knight that comes in with the gorilla is getting an earful.
Oh yeah. It's like, just leave me alone! It's been centuries since the last one of you wanted something! What the fuck is wrong with all of you?
Yeah, like, it was at least a month ago you guys spoke a single word to me, and what's happening within seconds? Seconds!
I know, right? I just sat down like a grandpa, you know, like, God. I have to get up again twice in 1 hour.
Yeah.
1 century.
The audacity.
I know, right? My knees can't handle it. How was the day at the Burger King?
It was way better than the last. The first day, which was Thursday, we had an incredibly big rush, and that was my learning day, where everything kind of crashed. We were way too understaffed, and I was like, "Hi, I'm new." And then Friday, I actually got to do stuff because not everything was chaos, and therefore like all the mistakes happened, and I was like hating myself when I came home, like, oh no, I made a bunch of mistakes, I suck.
God, I feel that.
And then today I did none of the mistakes, and I actually cleaned an area that hadn't been cleaned for a very long time on my initiative. I was like asking like, hey, how did you clean this area to my fellow co-workers? They're like, oh, I don't like this. Something should be done about this. And I got like some time now where it's super calm. Okay, let's try and do this and this and this. And then I did it. And then I went to my boss, Christina, and like look what I've done. It's so clean now. She's like, what are you talking about? Oh, what? Why are you telling me this? And she walks away, and I was so
Acknowledge
sad.
me, senpai.
I was so sad. I wanted acknowledgement. I wanted to be told that I was a good girl.
With a pat on the head as well.
Yeah, I wanted a pat on my head. I was like,
Who's a good girl?
okay, no, that's a bit too much.
I'm pretty sure if like your boss comes up to you and does that, it's some sort of harassment.
Well, it's okay. I wanted to do that for myself as well. I didn't like
That's
that how it
fair.
looked.
Says the person who like works for her mom.
I still need to get used to listening what people say, because Swedes are incredibly awkward when they come up and like order shit. For some reason they talk way more coherently when they go into the goldsmith shop and like talk about what they want, but like when they order food, it's like, I want can we I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Speak clearly, person.
That makes me feel really bad because like I'm kind of, obviously I'm not a Swede, but like I'm one of those people that you can just never understand, but like I try my best. I'm just super quiet and masks don't help.
Yeah, it might actually be the sound level inside of the store, of like the cute shy Swedes just don't speak up enough. And then it doesn't help either. The several items on the menu are kind of named the same thing. So you got hot cheese, which could be like a mention to several different kinds of burgers. You got chili cheese tops, and you got chili cheese burger. And then there's a hot cheese dip. And I thought they wanted the burger, but they wanted the dip. And I'm like, wait, what are we talking about? I want the dip. And I'm like, oh shit, I messed up.
It's okay.
You're a new person.
Delete whatever they've written down. I'm like, okay, let's take this from the beginning.
Well,
Well,
life in the fast food lane.
yeah. But it went really good today. I'm just tired. It's a new environment.
Fair. I mean, I guess it takes some like time getting used to.
It's warm. It's actually quite sweaty because you're kind of rushing back and forth trying to make sure that the food is delivered. There's like a golden standard of delivering food before like a 4-minute or 3-minute mark, and it's actually pretty hard to do. And then you need to, in between people coming in and like ordering food, you need to rush out and then, and clean up.
I am back of Mother Misery. Are you ready with Mother Misery?
No.
Are you?
Yeah, I always have Mother Misery.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. It's just a bit hot, a little bit loud.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
Physically
like it also
exerting.
takes some like you said, like it takes some getting used to being on your feet like all day.
But customer contact, absolutely no problem. I felt like I had more of a good rapport with the customers than some of the people that worked there for a long time. But
Because
I think
you're still new and fresh. You're fresh.
No, I think it's actually because of role playing games, because it's just makes
Oh,
it
yeah.
so relaxed and so personable
know.
with
I've
everybody.
been playing for a while and I'm so awkward as fuck.
Roll for IT.
Well, you're training right now, so
Hmm.
doing the right thing. Anyway, okay, let's bring it back into it, and we're gonna go for maximum an hour, a little bit less than an hour longer because we started so late for Cookie.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm
So,
willing to push until like 11:45 Central European.
okay. Good to know. Your time. Oh yeah, my time.
Yes, your time.
Okay.
I said it in your time so that to be convenient for you. That's it.
Thank you. Quartermaster Sir Gwillem steps into the room dressed in this really nice looking armor. It has some broken pieces to it, some scrapes and bruises, but it is different from the other pieces of armor that the rest is wearing. It's this patchwork of different parts. It almost looks like dragon scale-esque as it hugs to his body, and like his pauldron is kind of shaped like a dragon's wing, and he has this very white half wavy hair and these tired deep blue eyes, ashen complexion. And as soon as he sees you looking first extremely tired and done with everything, immediately there's a shift in his energy, in his expression, as he draws his weapon and looks at all of you very much awake and alert, going, "What's the meaning of this? Who are you?"
Lyria will sort of like lift up her hands, kind of like showing that she doesn't mean any harm.
Hamatia will back into her own form and say, "We mean you no harm. We just want to talk, please." And she raises her hands.
We needed
Lucian,
to speak to you alone.
Now you got me alone. Now what do you want? Wait. You inside here and Carla and Jesus Christ was acting strange? Was that you?
It was, yes.
He takes a look at you all again, and then lower his sword a little bit so it just points towards the ground, and he says, "Ah, you're outsiders."
We apologize for the deception, good lord.
Visiting here for you is extremely dangerous. I would depart this premises as soon as quickly. If any one of my brothers or sisters knew you were here, they would fall upon you and
Some
slay
of
you.
them do.
Except for Lucian, perhaps, who knows my sentiments.
You see, we would, but we made a promise to Argenbost.
What is this drivel? You continue with this line about something about the Morning Lord
No,
and
no.
Argenbost?
That
I know,
was
that was complete bollocks, but we did see
mostly
Argenbost.
made up, but
Prove
have
it to me.
you wondered why we know those words?
The words spoken by our order when we pledge ourselves.
Yes.
I don't understand really. I felt this presence sometimes around here, but it feels like there's always something in between. How can you commune with him and not I?
We took a little bit of testing. We were able to help him regain some of his strength. He tried contacting you as well, but is unable to reach you.
Oh, that's heartbreaking to hear. Make me, persuasion, Illyria.
Hmm?
Persuasion, but since you got help from everybody involved, you do get advantage. It's gonna be flat for you.
Can I just, as Lyria does this, can I just check a fact with you? Like, Argenvoss told us that he is still technically available to be summoned from the embers of the fireplace here or something? Should we need to ask him a question?
Yeah, well, as you look in there, you see a little cold lizard hiding within the fire.
Oh, they're cute! Okay,
Kind
I will
of
keep
sleeping
that.
there in the middle.
Okay.
I'm going to assume persuasion. Smile.
Yeah, persuasion with presence or manipulation, your choice.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go. I think it's a 6.
The slamming of the enter.
Actually good.
Smash.
Look, I wanted to work out macros, but then a surprise trip to Munich kind of got in the way.
That's good.
It sounds decisive. Anyway, he nods and he says, as I said before, it's heartbreaking to learn. Perhaps, as I thought, there's truly something wrong with me in this state. Yet I am distinctly different from everyone else. But it seems not enough. And he looks down on his hands as he says this with a very forlorn expression.
Perhaps it's like we were saying, not too late. There is still hope. Come. Look into the fireplace here.
He hesitantly steps forward, still has his sword out though, but he's not pointing it in any direction.
Sure.
What do you mean?
Take a look. What do you see in there?
He looks very intently at the fire, furrowing his brow, and then with despair looks up to you and shakes his head.
I take the torch, the expired torch, and I like poke the coal lizard. Hey.
It squeals a little bit, and then like do a roar against you, like in indignation.
I did not expect to wake you so soon, but we have a follower here that needs a little convincing. Might you do the convincing?
A very tiny roar going from the highest of pitches of to very, very low as a cold wind sweeps through the whole room. The fire kind of dies for a second and then once more summoning itself in the corner of a room is once again the massive form of Argenvost, the silver ghost dragon.
Ghost dragon!
Sir William looks around, shaking his head back and forth, taking a step back, a hand going up to his necklace. He's not focusing on anything in the room, but is breathing heavily. There's something here. I'm sensing something. What? Is this him?
You can't see him?
It is.
See what?
The giant, ghostly dragon that is right there?
What do you mean? Of course I would see something like that.
Oh, so you can't see it. Well, it looks something like this, and I cast a minor illusion of a mini ghost dragon.
He kind of grabs your hand and brings it closer to his face in excitement. He's kind of clattered his sword now on the ground, just completely forgetting about it. Is this...
What is...
Wait, do you see this?
This is what we see behind us, yes. He's looking at you right now.
Right here in the room. Oh, Argenvost, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. Please tell me what to do. How can I... What can I do? Argenvost has for now been silent and kind of looking down upon all of you with this kind of low head and somber look in his eyes. Yes, as I thought. Even in this form, there's something preventing me to reach them.
I'm going to mimic his voice and relay the information to...
Ooh. But perhaps Sir Gwillem the Kind was my greatest pupil, for it is he who's able to sense me, albeit only a little.
He still serves you.
Sir Gwillem falls down on his knees, and there's... if he could cry, he would at this point. It's just this weird kind of hulking sound that is coming from his throat as he's trying to express his absolute happiness and sadness at the same time.
Is there something you wish Argenvost to hear, Sir Gwillem?
He looks towards you and looks towards the room, and it seems like he has 1,000 things to say, and then nothing comes, and then Argenvost's ghost head turns towards you, Nyx, and it's a little bit like, whoa! Like, not so close. You can see, like, this huge teeth move rather close to your face as it goes, tell me about my death and what happened afterwards. Would you kindly?
I mimic the voice and relay the information.
Then Argenvost's head turns towards Hamartia, and then, oh, it was you, and then nods in gratitude. Gwillem on the ground there on his knees is trying to capture his wits once more, his wits. Right, of course. We all fell one after the other after you. Argenvost, there was no way we could hold the tide of those damn vampires. We all died, one after the other. But our servants were spared. I lost my consciousness, my life, soon after yours, fighting to my last breath with Master Horngard. And the next I remember was clawing my way out of the dirt from my own cemetery and meeting Horn God, who had slammed his way out of his mausoleum. Some of the servants still lingered, for as long as their life, at least. And they informed us that he had taken your head and your scales and your heart and your flesh. They had placed whatever was left of your skeleton in your beacon, who, as soon as you died, ended. We were somehow alive, but not alive at the same time. Our memories patchy at best. Our spirits mostly broken. Horn God did his best at first. We tried searching for your head, and we saw vengeance in your name. And we marched to the castle, believing now that this undeath could be used to our advantage. But at that chasm, we met a female red tiefling, dressed in the colors and clothes of the Vistani. She asked to speak to Horn God, who relented. I do not know what she said to him, but when he came back to us, he called it off. He said that our new vengeance was to make sure that the vampire devil shall suffer for eternity within his own prison. And that we were supposed to protect that, to prevent it from ever ending. And so we had. At first, it was out of loyalty for Master Horn God, for my friend, for my love. But then frustration came, and we started questioning the logic in what we were doing. The Barovians are suffering, and the heroes that we cut down are not worthy of such a death. But no matter what we would say or do, must the Horn God have a power over us? We cannot disobey him, no matter what we do. And so we have performed our solemn duty for all this time. Some of us have started to believe now what Master Horn God says, but not I. I've tried to find a way around these orders that Horn God gives us. But I cannot when he gives me a direct order. And when I try to plead, he doesn't even remember who I am. He doesn't remember anything of our history, of what we are to each other. And he make me do these unspeakable acts in the name of his bitterness and in his hatred. I just want all of this to end. I want to find some redemption and some honor in my true death. And I want Horngod to find his peace as well. So I bequeath of you. Tell me what to do. That was a long monologue. What is your reactions to all of this?
Oh, I thought he was talking to Lost.
Yes, he was, but I'm just
Lyria
checking it.
does, as he mentioned about keeping Stan imprisoned, like, you know, like this little light bulb went off, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Nick's focused on the red tiefling.
Martia gets very emotional about his speech, and she will approach him and lay a comforting hand on his shoulder.
Aspera moves and does the same, even before Amardia, and cranes her neck down on Master Gwillem and says, it's not always I offer my help and my aid in such a way, but I am willing to try and help you and all my long-lost brothers and sisters in any way that I can. Your existence is not only an affront to our order, it is just simply and starkly wrong. Argenvost has, he has sit down and just listened to all of this with a drooping head. Kind of moved his head to the side so we can only see clearly with one eye. And there's like a huge rumbling sigh in his body. I see. To think that the order that I built would fall to such disgrace. Unfortunately, little one. I have no direct way of knowing how to rectify the situation. But I do know that my connection to you all is patchy at best. And I wonder if that has something to do with the state of my body. Immediately, Gwillem looks up with a little bit of a glint in his eye. So you agree with me? Yes, it might be the key indeed. There's certainly an aura around your body. I feel worse when I visit it. I tried to search for your head, but it's very much hard to do so when I am ordered to be the patrol or remain here. But I do believe that it's a good shot of finding it and seeing what happens if we rejoin your skeleton once more into a hole. And he looks around the room trying to see him but cannot. And his eyes just drifts as if he's blind.
I am going to put a minor illusion of Argenvost to focus on.
Okay.
Do you happen to know where the head is?
Strahd did take it. But I'm not sure if it's at the castle.
What makes you say that? Where else could it be?
I have been forbidden to enter the castle. And so I've tried to approach Barovians in the past, and Vistani trying to ask for it. And those who had ventured in and come out. Oh, how can I not? I must be strong and say that I've also questioned heroes right before I made them draw their last breath. And they have not seen a dragon's head at the castle. I am prevented to go there from Master Horngard's orders. And so I cannot do anything.
And what if Horngard didn't breathe anymore? Well, he doesn't breathe now, but
I don't think they breathe to begin with.
Is there any way we can end him so he doesn't give you orders?
You can end him as easily as you can end me.
So that's a no.
You may be able to chop him up into pieces and keep those apart, but his standing orders still remain. He needs to actively change them, and persuading him, for me, impossible. For you, a death warrant.
Is he alone in his chambers?
Always.
Then would it be, as you can see, we are aligned with Argenbost, and we wish to see your former master return to their former glory. If you can help us, if you can clear out that room with your other comrades sitting around the table, to go on a patrol perhaps, to not be here, and we do our very best to end Horngard. Would you be free then from his orders, or must you carry them out regardless of his being dispatched?
He looks very, very divided at this. He realizes that what must be done, yet it pains him so. His standing orders of not going to the castle never oppose Strahd, and end adventurers and heroes and mercenaries and powerful, compassionate people who enter into the mist still stand. If you pull him into pieces, then any new orders will be prevented to be uttered. But the old ones will still remain.
So it's a matter of convincing him then.
Don't know how to do that.
I think there's reasoning with him.
Maybe after we somehow manage to restore the beacon. I'm just throwing an idea, right?
My curious friend, I have tried for more than... Well, I don't know. I've tried for a very long time to make him change his mind. And I never have. What can you say that I could not?
I do not think it's a question of what we can say that you cannot, my friend, and I do not mean it in any disrespectful manner. It's more of a question of what we can do, which you could not, and I think the answer is enter the tower. I think something is being kept away from you on purpose, and it might not affect us, and we have to check it out. And we need to free you. Even if it's just a chance, even if it's just a glimpse, we have to try.
It is protected. And I cannot help you.
You have more than helped us already, sir.
And you have already helped me. You cannot fathom what it means to me to hear his voice, even if it be through you again. And it gives you a very earnest look of absolute gratitude.
Amartia is shocked. Completely and utterly shocked. She freezes for a second. And then she just gives him a genuine warm smile back.
Out of interest, do you recall that tiefling that betrayed you?
My memory is not as it used to be. But these important moments I try to hold on to. He closes his eyes, a heavy expression of focus on his face. Black horns. Black eyes. And swelling brown hair. And in her forehead, I remember a purple eye. You know of this Vistani? Perhaps a long-lost relative.
Yes. She isn't really with us anymore. Not in that form, at least.
I would imagine so, since everything around here dies but us cursed by undeath.
I know, not that it makes any difference. But it is unlikely, at least from my experience, that she truly followed the orders of Strahd. Or if she did, she highly regretted it. She was cursed, you see. She made a deal with the devil. And I apologize to you and to you, Argenvost. For that, who I used to call mother, betrayed you.
Argenvost's head swivels around to you again. Mother. How could such a thing be possible? The spawn of the fiends do not live for such a long time.
I don't know. Maybe the deal she made with the devil was to elongate her lifespan too. But at the end, she cast his name and outright defied his wishes. She was secretive, and she prophesied things. And she was the only one who accepted me.
Giving in to temptation is the one kind of weakness. But rising out of it is a strength beyond measure. Take solace in that.
I should try.
There's a shudder that goes through Argenvost, and his kind of form kind of flickers once, twice. And there's a heavy groan coming from him. I grow weaker. Quick.
It's best you rest. I don't have anything else other than to thank you.
Then I shall. And I shall hope, with all the soul that I have left that lingers, that my knights will find redemption, and I can be of somehow use when all of this is over. He nods his head deeply, and then in a little explosion of snowflakes once more, he turns to a little coal lizard that starts crawling towards the fireplace.
I give him a scoop and I scoop him into the fireplace to help him out.
The little coal lizard is like giving off a little satisfied sound and then like snuggling into some coal in the fireplace.
Argenvost is resting, good sir.
I see. It was a miracle to begin with to talk with him for as long as we did.
Will you help us?
In any way I can. Thankfully there's a loophole in the way that Horn God stated his orders that no one has realized yet but for me. I only need to dispatch potential threats to Strahd once I'm patrolling, and I'm currently not doing so. But my brothers and sisters do not care. Lucian can sometimes be reasoned with, but if any other of them would find you and know that you wish to challenge Sarovich, then they will become hostile, and there's nothing I can do against it. You must call off the hunt on you by convincing Master Horngard that you are not enemies of Sarovich. That will, in some terms, whitelist you from our hunts. But if any of us will stumble upon you in our patrolling of these lands of Barovia and find you doing something you shouldn't, then that will change. And Horngard will be infuriated. And we will hunt you once more. And you know that we will never relent. Until then, I hope that perhaps together we can resolve this issue of the missing dragon head. Perhaps, with the beacon lit once more, my brothers and sisters will regain their hope, their minds, their principles.
I think that's our best shot. And I say we take it.
It's a big
You have
jump.
my support.
I don't suppose you know if Horngard has the Sword of Sunlight.
The sword of You speak of the Sun Sword. Ah, yes. Sarovich didn't want anything to do with it. It was lost to us for a long time. Lucian was able to find it, and wielded it some time in quite the effect against those who wish to escape from the mists. But then he challenged somebody he lost against, and we haven't seen it since then.
Do you know who?
I questioned him, of course. It was an important artifact to me. It felt like a sliver of Fagenvoss was still with us when we found it. I was joyous. And then, of course, heartbroken when we lost it again. Lucian didn't seem to care, but after me pestering for the better part of a century, he finally gave in. He was a tall man, pale skin, platinum blonde hair, light blue eyes, and feathery white wings.
Wings?
Yes, wings.
Like bird wings?
Yes, like bird wings. We do not know where this person resides. Dead or alive.
Is it somehow similar to this and Hamato will turn into a true form?
I have never laid eyes upon such a creature.
That's me.
That's...
Hi.
What are you?
I am Hamatia, daughter of a hag.
There's something dark that goes over his face, and one of his hands turns into a fist. But then he makes a big... He swallows rather loudly and rolls his shoulders and rather stiffly nods and says, I see.
I'm sorry if I caused you any alarm by transforming into what I am. But I have the whole hair and eyes. I have a teal eye and my hair is pretty pale, so... And my skin is pretty pale, so I thought maybe there is some similarity.
I think we're looking for something else.
Something we know.
We do indeed.
Oh, you know this person?
Yes, perhaps, but I'm just concerned here, Sir Gwilym, our friend here, Sir Asvata, is of Dragonborn.
Yes, the
She
one
has-
who tried to persuade me to be some kind of savior.
To some degree she is. She is my savior.
Aww.
Asvada smiles.
She is being hunted by a couple of your order. She was told to come here and present herself in front of Horngard. They called her a... What was it, that's what An abomination?
They called me false. Which I find completely ludicrous. Because even though it seems like our orders might have some kind of connection, mine is a complete separate entity. Sir Gwilym kind of looks at Asvara in a confused manner. I do not understand. Another order? Ah, yes. We're not entirely certain, Quartermaster Gwilym. But inside of the Protectorate, a nation free of the rule of the vampires have a knightly order that I joined called the Argent Purifiers, which stands for ridding the land of corruption, and the core tenet is that any power given to you who changes who you are is not truly given to you, but to somebody else, and therefore is a corrupting force that should be eradicated. It sounds rather familiar, even though your order of the Silver Dragon seems to be focused on one single source of corruption. Really? The Argent Purifiers. There were a few of us who refused to fight in the war. Refused to stand against Rod, and those who wanted to fight in the war between the Empress Shay and the Saddle Ridge. Perhaps some of them have survived, and after losing contact with us, started something new. I don't know how to feel about it. An order that do not know Varginvost's history, yet somehow our traditions have been passed on. Sir Gwilym looks away in contemplative silence.
Well, is there anything that we can do to prevent your legacy from being hunted?
Of course, I wish to travel to this other order and inform them of our true history. But I don't know if I ever will be given the opportunity to do that. Frankly, I am most concerned with how corrupted Horgan's soul has become. And honestly, I've lived far too long than I ever should have lived. I want to die.
Well, we do hope to be able to free all of you eventually, and when we manage to make our way back to our home, we can tell about what we learned of the Order's origins. Well, Asphodel can.
That would be... I don't have the words to describe how glad I would if that would be possible. But there's so much to say. And we need to find the head as well.
Well,
Our history is long.
We're a bit on a borrowed time here. I don't want to interrupt this in any manner, but we still need to find the head or restore the beacon before sunlight. We're on a bit of a timetable, I'm afraid.
I'm not sure if that is a possibility. We have no idea on how to restore it, do we?
We know that Lucan was involved, right?
Tell me about this. Why is there so little time? I do not understand.
Argynvost's power weakens.
I see.
I think Argynvost wishes for release as much as you are.
I have never met somebody else who have been able to talk to Argynvost. Perhaps he would just return to his former state.
Maybe.
Yet,
Maybe he's not truly gone. Just in his current state, he won't be able to.
for all
Further
this
past.
time, I have somehow felt him here, his presence still with us. But I've never felt him like that. When you talk to him, I felt closer to him.
Then, if we do not have any time constraints with finding the head of the statue, the only time constraint we have is for Asphodel.
At this point, Asphodel indeed takes a step forward and looks at all of you and says, I think this is something I have to do,
You were
friends.
cut off, Bexxy.
I think this is something I have
no.
to do, friends.
Bexxy, you're completely cut off.
What?
I can't hear you.
No, she's not muted.
What? Hello. Hi.
She's
Hello.
just on muted. She's fine for me.
Ba?
It's fine for me.
Oh, is it me? Is it me?
It's you.
I think it's you. Can you hear us?
I think it's me.
It's you.
Shit. Okay, if you guys can hear me, please give me
Yes.
a sign.
Yes, we can. We can.
Oh no!
Sorry. Yeah, we can hear him, and Havas, I can also hear him. He just can't hear
Yeah.
us.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Hello?
I am singing.
I totally went German for a second there.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Shit!
I've been in Germany for like...
Parlez-vous français?
Give me a moment.
Hablas español? Nippon des?
Nihongo desu.
Give me a sign. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Kan
hear
du
you.
höra oss?
Can you hear us?
Hello? Hör du?
Hello? Hello?
I can hear the music clearly, and I can see the
Shit,
stream clearly, so it's a Discord thing.
No!
No. Rip.
Oh god, just...
I guess you could listen to the stream and then respond then.
That's
Be a
gonna be
bit
quite
delay.
a delay.
Yep, maybe a delay, but still.
Alright.
I don't know.
Hello?
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 Okay. Clearly, I don't know what the fuck happened.
Oh god.
Oh, okay, good, okay.
Okay,
Okay,
It's all
okay,
fine.
okay, we're fine.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
let's carry on.
I saw like the stream clearly, I heard the music clearly, nothing like what was just Discord being Discord.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Let's get back
Look,
to
So-
it's okay.
so-
Discord just
Direct it.
randomly
As-
decides our mic won't work.
Aspida
do that.
steps forward and she says, "Friends, this is something I want to do. This is part of my heritage, my duty as an ardent purifier. And we have many tasks to do. Most important, to find the 3 artifacts that was prophesied for us to aid us when we go up against Rod. But to do that, we also need to get rid of this issue. And finding the dragon skull and rejoining it with his body will protect us all in that endeavor. And with the bonus of perhaps me learning some history of whatever order that I have joined. And I think that duty falls upon me. And you 3 should go on and search for those artifacts and help the Vineyard on whatever you would find important. And then somehow, some way, we shall find each other again.
But how can
Don't
we
be
do that
silly.
without
We
you?
need you here.
We need to do this still. And I don't think that Strahd will remain pacified with our current stance forever. Honestly, there's too many things to do and too little time. And I think splitting up will help us achieve our goal the fastest.
But you want to stay here and learn about your past whilst we do all the heavy lifting?
Have I not told you already, Nyx, that pride is not an issue for me? I believe in all of you and your ability.
I do too, to a certain extent, but you're a key factor. You have been by your side for...
I don't think there's any changing your mind, is there?
No. Besides, I left you for quite some time in protecting Felix and the adopted child of the father, and you were completely fine without me.
That was a day, half a day at most.
Believe in yourself, Nyx.
Well, if I have learned one thing while beating each other within an inch of a life, it's that you probably won't back down.
To be clear, the zeal and confidence and power that you showed to me in our little argument is what makes me confident, Illyria, that you will be fine without me.
As for that, might I say something?
Of course, Hamadia.
I don't really know how to phrase it, but I am grateful to you.
No. You poor little thing. Come here. She picks you up in a hug.
Oh, it's so warm.
Nyx turns away in disgust.
Illyria's going like, that's an issue I'm gonna have to deal with now, isn't it?
Thank
Just
you.
to herself, but she just has this like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Totally, thank you. Thank you so much for everything.
It will be fine. You have come a long way, and longer you shall go. And just have a little bit of patience with Nyx, and continue showing your true colors, little Hamadia. And lean on Illyria, and all shall be fine.
I'll do my best.
I know you will. And she puts you down, pats you on the head,
Aww.
gives you the sword gem.
Oh shit. What's that?
Gives you a crystal. I do believe that this is a crystal that holds souls.
Oh, so it's like a portable soul mark. Okay, that's good.
Oh, you have never encountered this before. Well, what a treat for you. And as you can see within, there are already 2 souls. I hope it will be of use to you.
Well, I will gladly accept this gift. Again. Thank you, Sarah, for that. Martia will take a step back.
When you meet them, give them hell. And she winks.
Hell. Yeah, Martia doesn't even know what to do. She's a mess like now.
Yeah.
She's an absolute fucking mess.
Oh. Okay. She goes over to Illyria and she says, "Continue growing.
Yeah, kind of.
You need it."
Oof. You know, I was about to say something
Frenemies.
nice and give you a hug, but
Her name is forever.
she still holds out her hand and
Yeah.
kind of
Asphodel takes it, shakes it very like roughly, and she says, "They cannot afford you being weak, so it's now time for you to step up."
And Illyria says, if you happen to ever need help in any way, we'll still be around, right?
I will try to find you, if that is the case. Remember what I said. And she turns away from you and goes over to Nyx. Why are you here sulking? Is it really that bad?
What do you mean it's that bad? You're giving up.
No. I'm having the utmost hope in what we do, by believing that we're able to do this. Dividing and conquering.
I get it. There's a lot to do. It means that we are unhindered by that of your stalkers. I get it. I don't like it. We're stronger together, Asvita.
There are many things in here, inside of the mists, that we do not enjoy. And yet things are what things are. And all we can do is choose how we confront them. And this is what I choose.
I don't like it. You and I, well, we had
We
something.
have Nyx. Believe that I will return. I will try my darnest. In the meantime, Illyria also receives visions. So share yours with hers.
I don't have the trust in myself that you have in me.
What is it that my younger brother would sometimes say? Trust in the me that trusts in you. She
Your
kind of
brother says that?
holds on to your shoulder in a rather strong way, giving you an encouraging pat. It's a little bit hard at first, but then kind of relents. Yes, well, no, it's something I say, to be honest. It sounds better that way.
You promise? You'll still be here when we return?
With all my might. I can only promise to do my utmost. And that I easily give.
Nick's staring out the window towards the graveyard, is having this conversation, and turns towards Asphodel, and you can see there are tears on his cheeks as he looks to her and says, "Then it's a date," and he hugs her.
Aw. And with that, we're going to end tonight's episode. Oh, curse of Mother Misery.
I'm not crying, you're crying!
Oh boy, this is